dear learners, and welcome back to English Flow. I'm Kim, and I'm really glad you're here. Today, we're heading somewhere very useful, the pharmacy. By the end of this episode, you'll know how to describe how you're feeling, ask for medicine, understand dosage instructions, and even ask a pharmacist for advice. This is one of those topics that can really help you in daily life. So let's jump straight in. Quick thing before we start. If you're new here, hit subscribe and tap the bell so you don't miss the next episode. And if you're enjoying English Flow, a like, a comment, or sharing it with a friend really helps the show grow. Okay, let's get into it. Let's start with the basics. In many countries, a pharmacy is also called a chemist's or a drugstore. All three words mean the same place, where you go to buy medicine. For example, I need to stop by the pharmacy on my way home. Or, in Britain, people often say chemists instead of pharmacy. The person who works there and gives you medicine is called a pharmacist. Let's say the pharmacist gave me some advice about my cough. Or I asked the pharmacist which one was stronger. Now, medicine in a pharmacy usually falls into two groups. First, over-the-counter medicine. This means you can buy it without a doctor's note. Take this. This cough syrup is over-the-counter. You don't need a prescription. Or painkillers are usually over-the-counter. Second, we have prescription medicine, which means a doctor has to give you a special paper first, called a prescription, before the pharmacy can give it to you. Here's an example. I have a prescription for these antibiotics. Or, you'll need a prescription for that. It's not sold over the counter. Now let's imagine you walk into the pharmacy. Here's how the conversation usually begins. The pharmacist says, "Hi there, how can I help you?" You say, "I'm not feeling well, actually." The pharmacist asks, "What's wrong? What are your symptoms?" Symptoms simply means the signs that show you're sick. Let's go through some very common ones you should know. A headache, pain in your head. Try this. "I've had a headache since this morning." A sore throat, pain when you swallow. Something like, "My throat is so sore I can barely talk." A stuffy nose, when your nose is blocked. Say this, "I can't breathe properly. My nose is completely stuffy." A runny nose, when your nose keeps producing liquid. For instance, "I've been sneezing all day and my nose won't stop running." A cough, imagine saying, "I've had this cough for 3 days now." A fever, when your body temperature is too high. Consider this. "I think I have a fever. I feel really hot." Feeling nauseous, feeling like you might be sick to your stomach. Like this. "I feel nauseous every time I eat." And an upset stomach, general stomach pain or discomfort. Picture this. "I had an upset stomach after lunch." Now, once you describe your symptoms, the pharmacist usually gives you a suggestion. Here's an example conversation. You say, "I have a really bad headache and a sore throat." The pharmacist replies, "How long have you had these symptoms?" You answer, "Since yesterday." The pharmacist asks, "Do you have a fever as well?" You say, "No, just the headache and sore throat." The pharmacist suggests, "I'd recommend these painkillers, and maybe some throat lozenges too." A quick note here. Lozenges are small tablets you let dissolve slowly in your mouth, usually for a sore throat or cough. Now, let's talk about the actual medicine and how to ask about it. A very common word is dosage, which means how much medicine to take and how often. For example, "What's the correct dosage for this?" Or, "The dosage depends on your age and weight." You might also see or hear the word tablet, which just means a pill. Try this. "Take 1 tablet every 8 hours." Or, "These tablets are quite small and easy to swallow." Some medicine comes as a capsule instead, a small container, usually shaped like a tube with medicine inside. Here's an example. These capsules are easier for me to swallow than tablets. And some medicine is liquid, which we simply call syrup, often used for coughs. Let's say, this cough syrup tastes like cherries. Or, give the child 1 spoon of syrup before bed. Now here's something really important, understanding instructions. Pharmacists often explain exactly how and when to take medicine. Let's go through some common instructions. Take this twice a day, meaning 2 times a day. Take this 3 times a day after meals, after you eat. Take this before bed, right before sleeping. Take this on an empty stomach, meaning before eating anything. Here's a short conversation showing this in action. The pharmacist says, take 1 tablet twice a day after meals. You ask, should I take it with food or before eating? The pharmacist replies, after meals is best. It's easier on your stomach. It's also very useful to ask about side effects, meaning unwanted effects the medicine might cause. You could ask, does this have any side effects? The pharmacist might answer, it can make you a little sleepy, so avoid driving. Or you might ask, can I take this with other medicine? The pharmacist could reply, let me check, some medicines don't mix well together. Now let's imagine a full conversation from start to finish at the pharmacy counter. The pharmacist says, good morning, how can I help you today? The customer replies, I've had a bad cough and a sore throat for a few days. The pharmacist asks, do you have a fever too? The customer answers, a little, yes. The pharmacist says, okay, I'd recommend this cough syrup and some throat lozenges. The customer asks, what's the dosage for the syrup? The pharmacist replies, take 1 spoon 3 times a day after meals. The customer asks, does it have any side effects? The pharmacist answers, it might make you a bit sleepy, so it's best to take it at night. The customer says, that's good to know. And how much is all this? The pharmacist replies, that'll be $12 altogether. The customer says, great, here you go. The pharmacist says, thank you, feel better soon. Now let's look at one more situation, picking up a prescription. The customer says, hi, I'm here to pick up a prescription. The pharmacist asks, can I have your name, please? The customer replies, yes, it's under Alex Carter. The pharmacist says, let me check. Yes, here it is. This is an antibiotic. Take 1 capsule twice a day for 7 days. The customer asks, should I take the full course, even if I feel better? The pharmacist answers, yes, definitely. It's important to finish the whole course. The customer says, understood, thank you. The pharmacist replies, you're welcome. Take care. That last point is actually really important in real life. With antibiotics, you should always finish the full course, even if you start feeling better early. All right, now for your homework. Think about a time you were sick and needed medicine, and describe it out loud using at least 5 phrases from today. Your symptoms, what the pharmacist recommended, and how you were told to take it. Say it slowly, and don't worry about sounding perfect. And remember, if today felt like a lot, that's completely normal. Go back and listen again tomorrow. A few minutes a day is really all you need. If you enjoyed today's episode, please subscribe, tap the bell, leave a comment telling me the last time you visited a pharmacy, and share this with someone who's learning English too. I'm Kim. Thank you so much for being here. I'll see you in the next episode. Take care of yourself and keep flowing.